What about you? What is a red flag for you for man?
I guess like a guy that just follows like a lot of women on like social media and he's just like always liking their pictures and stuff. I think that's a red flag. Yeah, that's a red flag for me. Just like liking a bunch of pictures and like I think that's what falls under her umbrella of friendly. Because I feel like that's friendly like with women, you know, like you gotta like hold like your girlfriend at a different standard and like I don't know, show them a different type of love. Yeah, and like I just don't think it's cool because you kind of like put your girlfriend like in a you embarrass her by doing that by liking all these pictures and following all these girls because it's like oh like he doesn't care about her. Like,
vice versa though, guys, if you do the same thing they be vice versa, guys, if you be liking guys pictures they're gonna be on your ass too. Like why are you liking these niggas pictures? Like, but yeah, we like
you can't because that makes you a hoe.
Exactly, but we have a title, but you guys could do it, and you guys don't have a title.
A man fucking a bunch of bitches is not the same as a woman fucking a bunch of dudes. Not even close.
Okay, but one thing is liking, and another thing is fucking. Huh? One thing is liking, and another thing is fucking.
Yeah, but any type of behavior done by a woman that could lead to fucking is unacceptable, especially if you have a man. Whether that's going to the club, like it's crazy to me how like one thing about your guys' answers that I've noticed is like. Toxic, controlling, calling me, or whatever there may be. Like, women got to understand that if you're going to be in a relationship with a man and that man has any set of balls or a backbone, he's going to have standards and regulations and boundaries. So if you want to behave like you're single, then be single. But it's very disrespectful to the man that you behave like you're single when you have a man. Going to the club, dressing provocatively on the internet, dressing provocatively when he's not there, wanting to go out in social situations, drinking with other people that isn't him. Like, I find it crazy how girls want to be able to have a man at home, but be able to reserve the right to still do all the things that make them look like they're single.
But what if I'm not doing that and he's doing that then?
Like, men and women aren't the same. Too bad.
But like, what do you mean?
Too bad.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Because,
so you have the freedom and we don't?
Yeah, Myron.
Yeah.
Like,
So what made you fall in love with me in the first place? If you know, like
by you not being a whore.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Men and women are not the same. Like a guy that can attract a bunch of chicks or a dude that fucks a bunch of girls is attractive. A girl that fucks a bunch of dudes or puts herself out there for a bunch of dudes is not attractive. It's not the same at all. Like if I go into when you go to a nightclub, right? Or you go to a VIP section, it's a higher status man with a bunch of bitches. You are never going to go into a VIP section and see chicks with a bunch of dudes. It doesn't work the other way around. Women love men that have other women, and it honestly keeps y'all in check. So it's a good thing. But when you have a bunch of dudes, it's unattractive. I don't know why women don't understand. You guys only like the double standards that benefit you. Getting into nightclubs for free, getting attention, getting validation, getting, worship just because you have a vagina. For men, life is much harder. So since life is much harder for us to be attracted to the opposite gender, we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor differently than you guys do. Y'all don't have to work for shit. Just go in, be hot and young, good enough. For us, we have to acquire some status, acquire some confidence, dress well, smell good, etc. You can have everything together. She's still going to reject you. This girl over here, right? So it's like, as a man, we get certain privileges that y'all don't because you don't earn your value. So I don't know why women don't get this. Like,
but I was saying in a relationship though, because like, what if I'm at home and I'm not doing any of those things, and then you're out in the club and you're doing that?
Okay, and
what do you mean?
What?
If I busted my ass and I got to a certain point, and I'm an attractive man, right?
Why are you in a relationship?
As I want.
Okay, but then when you're in a relationship together.
Yeah, I think the big caveat here is these are boundaries that are like set, right? Like obviously, if you're a dude and you're like, I'm gonna be monogamous with you, I'm never gonna cheat on you, and you do that, I don't think that's good, but I think it's okay. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more accepted.
Yeah.
For a guy who's in this position to be able to set these boundaries. And still execute. Like there's gonna be more. There's not gonna be any dudes who are gonna be like, okay, you can fuck as many girls as you want. That's not gonna happen.
Never. Yeah.
But in reality, women with a guy who's built his life up, it can happen in practice, right? It can happen.
Yeah. But a girl will accept a man that has multiple women, but a man almost never will accept a woman that has multiple dudes. Unless if he does accept it, those are the guys you don't want anyway.
But can you agree? Let's say we go to a club, right? I go to a club. It's going to be different from when you go to a club. You may get to go on a table, get free bottles, get free liquor. If I go, I got to pay for a table.
Man, hold on. Let's switch it up. Hold on. No. Because women are retarded with this shit. Us going to a club are not the same. Let's say I go to the club and I got a bunch of bad bitches that are going to come up to me that are hotter than you, younger than you, thinner than you, better body than you, more money than you, and they're offering to fly me out. They're offering to give me a bottle. They're offering me a job. They're offering me certain opportunities that you'll never fucking be able to do, right? and they're gonna pay me $10K. Would you let me go to the club?
Yeah.
You gonna split it? You gonna bring the money back? You gonna bring the money back?
Yeah, you're trying to be funny. No, it's all my money because my money is my money. Remember?
No.
I'm the girl. Exactly. Y'all would never allow that shit, but for some odd reason, you guys want us to accept you going to a nightclub where there's gonna be a bunch of thirsty dudes giving you a bunch of things, offering you a bunch of shit, guys that might have more money than me, more status than me, etc. Why the fuck am I gonna go ahead and put my Rolex in the hood? That's essentially what it comes down to. You're letting your girl, right, which is a prized possession, it should be if you worked hard together, letting her go to a bunch of criminals or hoodlums, leaving it out there, and it could get stolen. But if we flipped it around, right, I find it crazy to me how if I was going to go to the club and have the same opportunities y'all had with all the hot girls coming up to me, giving me all these opportunities, y'all would never let that shit fly. Y'all be like, fuck no, stay your ass at home. Drink some wine with your friends.
Does that mean that you would do it though?
What do you mean?
Like what is a let? Like, are we talking about somebody being uncomfortable with something, or are we talking about her literally standing in front of the door, blocking the door with her body, not letting and hiding your keys and not letting you go anywhere?
No, I'm just giving you an analogy where if the roles were flipped and I had all the opportunities in the nightclub that a woman enjoys, as a man, y'all would have a serious issue with me going. But women know subconsciously when men go to the club, they have to pay their way in. It's annoying to deal with girls there. It's not as easy to pick up a chick. I got to pay to get a section versus girls get in there for free. If I had the same opportunities as a man in the nightclub that a woman did, you guys would be a lot more cautious about me going to the club.
Yeah, but a man, if I